I think it's December. Wait, when this airs, it might be January. Oh my gosh. Is it December? Is it January? So this could actually be 2017. We could be time traveling right now. I don't know, but this is the Nodwik Games Room. And this is Nodwik.
Yes, and this is Tora.
Hi. And welcome to the Nodwik Games Room. If you haven't been here before, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. Did I say this before? I'm having a freaky deja vu. Anyway, we're playing a visual novel called The Agency.
Yes.
I keep wanting to call it The Empire. Don't know why. The Agency. It is a different type of game. It's mostly a story-based game with the occasional puzzle.
Yes. The developers call it a kinetic novel.
And yeah, it's a lot of fun. I find it interesting. Yeah, if you are you really into story type games where you kind of get to decide how it ends up, then you'll really like this. If not, then we have lots of other great stuff for you to check out. Yeah, so also there's not a lot of girl voices, so this is our second episode of this. So last time we decided I would do all the female voices.
Yeah, there's only 3 female characters in the entire game, and who knows when they'll show up again. Exactly.
And so we have decided that I'm going to do at least one, maybe a couple, because I got a few fun guy voices. Should be interesting. Yeah.
Hey guys.
My thumb voice. Hey guys. What's going on? Alright, so let's get to it. Basically what's happened so far, a really quick recap. We are this person who just got hired to be a code breaker. This is a steampunk kind of setting, and the guy you see on the screen right now is the captain, and we've met his daughter, Theo, and yeah, so we don't really have much story yet. We've done a couple puzzles.
Yeah.
So, let's go! Okay.
Yeah. Wow, this is really nice. Never seen such a nice apartment before in my life.
This is really nice. I should have lyrics oh, bye.
Yeah. Welcome to Northridge, second richest ward in Scalva City. And the richest? King's Quarter, where the Emperor and all the princes and their families live.
Let's go there. Let's go visit them, people.
Of course. If I may ask, sir, why is Theo waiting outside? She's guarding the door.
Oh.
Normally, these conversations are extremely sensitive and involve very important people, so it's a good security measure.
I feel cool.
On top of that, Theo has a way of intimidating clients, so I've learned to keep them away from her.
Never mind.
I could get used to this. Don't get too comfortable. I don't know where I was going with that voice. Lord Mortimer's valet said he'll be out in a few minutes.
Ooh, valet. Oh, there he is. Ooh, I get to be Lord Mortimer. He kind of looks nerdy, doesn't he?
Yeah, just a little.
I feel like he's supposed to be really old. Not really old. That's a horrible way to say it. I feel like he's supposed to be older, but he looks like a teenager.
Looks like maybe early 30s rich kid.
He looks like a late teenager who just happens to have a beard, to me. Anyway, okay.
Well, the captain doesn't look that as old as I'm voicing him either, so...
True, but he does look appropriate age for his career.
Yeah.
Okay, this is me. Captain Stenwell, welcome to my home.
Your Excellency.
And this is...
This is my assistant. He's called Beckwith.
That's us.
My lord.
Most private investigators I know don't travel in convoys.
Dangerous times, my lord. Safer to travel with a bit of muscle.
I can be all the muscle first.
If you'd prefer,
Oh, I'm sorry. Is there a way to go back?
No. But I know the line. If
Okay.
you'd prefer, I can ask him to wait outside.
It isn't necessary. He'll find out later anyway. Besides, Admiral Cullen has spoken very highly of you, so I know any man you trust, I can trust too.
Thank you. So what can I help you with?
4 days ago, something very valuable to me was stolen.
What was it?
A diamond, as large as a closed fist.
This closed fist?
Yours is bigger, it should be yours.
My God! Does such a large diamond truly exist?
Indeed it does. As you probably have heard, I am engaged to marry the daughter of Baron Wakefield of Crow, Lady Aurelia of Crow. As you can expect, the Lady Aurelia is no stranger to luxury, so I made a point of getting her something truly exquisite. I was lucky enough to find this jewel in the Theban People's Museum after we occupied the Theban Peninsula. It was to be her engagement gift, but alas, someone has stolen it.
Have you contacted the police?
Yes, I did, but they've assigned a buffoon to my case. The Neanderthal they sent over could no sooner find his own shadow than find the missing jewel.
Buffoon, Neanderthal. Those are some good words.
Ouch. No doubt this was done to me on purpose. I'm sure you know the current turmoil in the royal palace.
Indeed I do, Your Excellency. So where was the jewel when it was stolen?
I kept it in my study. Come with me, I'll show you.
And with the magic of television...
We're there! I kept the jewel in a safe behind that architectural sculpture you see there.
Your Excellency, who else aside from you has access to this room?
My valet, Hornby, and my chauffeur, Gorman.
And they both have alibis?
Both of them were attending to me at the Imperial Palace when the robbery took place.
What time did the robbery take place?
I left my apartment at 9:30 in the morning to attend to matters at the Imperial Palace, and didn't return till 11 at night.
That's an awfully wide time frame. We have our work cut out for us. Have you spoken to security, my lord?
Yes, I have. They documented everyone that went in and out of the building that day. All either residents or confirmed guests of residents.
No suspicious names there?
All people of high society. This is, after all, one of the most exclusive buildings in Northridge.
I see. Who handles your security?
The entire building's security is handled by Harrison Brothers Security.
And each apartment is not allowed to install their own security measures?
No, the building management believes that it will risk the integrity of the security system that Harrison Brothers Security has installed. Of course.
Of course. So they haven't let you look at any of the surveillance data for that day?
Again, building management said that letting anyone see this information would be a threat to the security of the building and its residents. Sure it will.
Yeah.
Suspicious.
You weren't able to use your political position to force the matter?
No, you must remember, Captain, that the other residents of the building are people of extreme power and influence and are able to block any strings I pull.
I understand. So, Harrison Brothers do the security. Would you know who owns it?
Of course. Colonel Grover Harris heads it. It's one of the most prestigious private security firms in the Empire.
Ah, Colonel Grover Harris.
An acquaintance of yours, Captain?
I had the fortune of meeting him and his famous Regiment of Steel once prior to Battle of Oaken Peak. My airship was assigned to protect the carrier that brought his regiment to Oaken Peak. After that, Admiral Cullen requested that we remain and act as support for his regiment. I remember watching the battle from above. I had never seen such fine soldiering as I had that day. His regiment stood at the flank of the entire corps and held back attacks from 3 other regiments. They took a hell of a beating for it. They started out with 1,000 men and ended the battle with less than 400. And yet, despite my strong insistence, he did not allow me to step in and help. Colonel Harris is famous and notorious for his stubbornness. I'll try to talk to him and see if he'll allow me to look through the security files for the building. Most colonels are that stubborn.
Thank you. Anything else you need to know, Captain?
Not for you, Your Excellency, but perhaps if I may have a word with your chauffeur. I would like to ask him of his precise whereabouts on the day he was, with you, in the Imperial Palace. I'm assuming you had him doing deliveries for you.
Unfortunately, I had to send him back to Ragnall on a personal errand. He'll be back in 2 days. Might you be able to come back then?
Certainly, my lord.
Now, about your fee.
We needn't discuss that now.
I insist. Given the importance and sensitivity of this case, I understand that undertaking this will be quite the effort. Therefore, I am happy to triple your current rate to expedite the process.
Has Admiral Cullen told you my rate?
No, he hasn't.
My current rate is 4,000 crowns base fee, with an additional 8,000 crowns on success.
I don't know how much a crowns is, but man, that sounds expensive.
So you are offering to pay 12,000 crowns base fee and 24,000 crowns on success?
Yes, that jewel is very important to me, and this money spent is nothing in comparison to its value.
You have a deal then, Your Excellency?
I'll take some of that deal.
Yeah.
You too?
Yeah. I'd like my people to search this room for any evidence of clues right away.
On it. Certainly. I'll be in the living room. Please do come by before you leave, so that I can give you your base fee.
Thank you, Lord Mortimer.
Bye-bye.
I'll go out and get Theo.
That's me.
I need you two to survey the area and look out for anything suspicious.
Roger.
I've never done this before, sir. I know. Theo will tell you what to do. I'm going to go and talk to the security manager for the building, then after that finish up asking Lord Mortimer about all the smaller details regarding the theft.
Cool.
I'll see you later, kid.
It's Theo. Let's get to work. You have to be very careful, don't break anything, and do as I say.
I'll break everything.
Crash!
I know.
Okay, start by looking around the area. Try to look using your eyes instead of your hands, if you know what I mean. Try not to move anything if possible.
Understood.
She's kind of cranky.
She is.
I don't feel like I'm giving her the right cranky voice, but anyway. Tell me if you find anything. Anything suspicious or out of place.
You know, I can kind of... I can kind of picture Theo being the typical angsty teenager.
Oh, yeah. I was kind of giving her a I could care less voice.
Yeah.
So...
You're close.
I'm close. Yeah, I didn't get a lot of time to think about it, so it just kind of happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I come up to the fireplace?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You find nothing.
Success! Okay, well, moving on.
Armchair?
Sure. Let's go for the armchair. Okay, it's down to the lamp or the sculpture. I say sculpture.
Yeah.
A wood shell.
Yeah.
That's better than nothing.
Yep. Theo, what? I'm not the captain anymore. Theo, come check this out.
You found a wood shell. Good job.
I can picture that being a sarcastic, you found a wood shell. Good job.
Okay then, let's crack it open.
Woo!
Oh, we get a puzzle. Okay.
Oh, wow. My head's spinning. Already.
Yeah, Nodwik's not always the best at these things.
I've never been good at the, redesign, like, tile sliding puzzles.
Oh, I see what's going on here. Okay.
You got a picture in your head of what needs to happen? Ooh.
Just gotta figure out where all the birds are positioned.
Yeah.
That's gonna be the tricky part. Okay.
I think you're on the right track.
I believe you are correct, sir. Oh, I see. Okay, I see. 1 second.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even mean. Cool. I wasn't even trying. That just kind of happened. Okay, we were super close.
Yep. We got a couple things out of place.
This has to go down that bottom corner.
Yep.
So we're just gonna do this, and then just move you guys back over.
Yep.
Hopefully that's no, of course it's not in the right spot. I was like, if it's in the right spot, it's great. But it's not. This one has to be in that corner. I think that one goes there. No.
No.
Darn. All that work for nothing.
Over one.
It goes down here, right?
Yeah.
All right. So then this one needs to go up into that corner.
Yes.
Okay, and then we're gonna do this. Yeah. Hey. A little more moves than I wanted, but yeah, they did pretty good. Okay, cool. Good job, us.
Go me.
Let's go back to the living room to see if my father's done talking to Mortimer.
which means that the lamp would have had nothing.
Wait, does this mean... So were we in a different apartment? Or have we been in his apartment this whole time?
We've been in his apartment the whole time.
Okay.
So, picture this like his living room.
Okay, yeah.
Or...
for some reason I was thinking this was like our apartment.
No.
Okay.
Lord Mortimer's apartment. So, this would be like his entertainment room. We were just in his living quarters.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
So you've wrapped up with the Duke?
Yes, I have.
Is it true? Did he really pay triple rate?
Yes, he did.
That will keep us till the end of the year.
Indeed it will. Especially if we find this jewel he speaks of. If? Yes, real life is rarely like a mystery novel where the heroic detective always solves the case. I couldn't say that with a straight face. Hence the existence of the base fee. So even if you can't solve every case, sometimes there are just too few leads to realistically chase, and sometimes cases get cold too quickly.
Alright, sorry about that, guys. Our camera battery got too low and the camera shut off on us, but we're all good now, so back to the story.
Yeah?
Alright, so we're on Fia. On that subject, we have something to show you. Oops, my mouse is like way too far up.
It can wait. We need to go back home as soon as possible.
No, it can't!
I won't feel safe till this treasure is back on our turf.
Haven't you?
And we're back at the poorly drawn bar. There, that feels much better knowing we will have work for the rest of the year.
Especially with that handsome base fee safely at home.
Yes, especially that. Theo, have you spoken to the barkeeper? Any word from Lansbury?
No, nothing.
Indeed. I wonder where he is. Anyway, you two were going to show me something.
We found a wood shell in the Duke's study.
Have you cracked it yet?
Yes, we have.
Good job. Let's load up its memory and see what it has.
Ooh.
Wow, it's got a lot of data in it. It'll take a while to load. So where did you find this?
Beneath the couch.
I guess without his valet there, no one cleaned up the apartment. Still, I'm surprised the police didn't find it.
Yeah. They must have sent a really stupid crew.
That's what the Duke said.
Oh yeah, the buffoon.
Yeah. About that, I've been meaning to ask, sir, what did the Duke mean by political turmoil? Wow, that's a long story to explain. Why not? The data will take a while to load.
Sure.
So you understand how constitutional monarchy works, right? I don't even know what constitutional monarchy is.
I don't either. Okay.
In a constitutional monarchy, the government has a non-party head of state. In our case, that is the emperor. He is a sovereign that reigns, but does not fully rule. The job of making laws and administrating the country goes to the parliament. So the emperor has no real power?
Oh, that sucks.
Far from it. He holds absolute power.
Oh.
He just holds it in reserve and only uses it when he absolutely must. I understand. In Parliament, there are three major factions. The industrialists, the militarists, and the agrarians.
Sounds like one word.
Yeah, the Duke belongs to the agrarian faction. During the Great War, air quotes,
I know.
the government invested heavily to improve agricultural infrastructure to ensure that the army would keep being well supplied during the war. For the first 2 years, this worked well and crop output doubled. but on the third year, production returned to the amount we had before the war had started. By then, the Imperial Army and fleet was at the peak of its size, and was a machine that needed a lot of food to run. The agrarians wanted to impose rations so as not to strain the farms too heavily, but militarists instead wanted to launch an investigation as to why farm output was so low. At the end, the agrarians managed to convince the industrialists to vote with them, and the audit never happened, and instead the rations were put in place. Fortunately, the war ended a year later and the ration system was never put into place. A few years after the war, several of the leaders of the Agrarian Party, all of them wealthy farm and plantation owners, got very rich selling food to the newly conquered parts of the empire. A rumor arose that the new farming technologies and infrastructure had worked well, but that the agrarian leadership chose to hide it to continue getting government subsidies, and also to use those extra crops for selling. This enraged the militarists, and ever since there has been a bitter rivalry between the agrarian faction and the militarists faction. What does this have to do with the Duke? Ah yes, the Duke is one of the leaders of the Agrarian Party and made a lot of money after the war. He was one of the men accused of wanting to cheat the Imperial Army of its rations. His biggest detractor is Prince Nodwik, the Emperor's younger brother, a general during the war and a prominent member of the militarist faction. Prince Nodwik, he's that famous general they called the Red Prince, correct?
Oh, no, that's backwards.
Oh, well, he just went British.
He sounds just like the captain. Wow!
They're the same person.
Okay. Do you want me to keep going?
Yeah.
Okay.
Indeed, a title well earned, a military genius from a young age, never lost a single battle, even against a bigger army. Prince Nodwik also controls the police in Scalva. Hence the Duke's claims that his case is being treated lightly. Exactly. Interesting.
Dad, the memory's finished loading. Let's take a look at what we have inside.
And we're gonna have to leave this on a cliffhanger. I was just about to do the same thing.
We have gamed far too long with each other. It's getting creepy.
I know, right?
Yeah, like we'll say the exact same thing at the same time. We're like...
Finish each other's sentences?
Weird! I swear we don't script these at all.
No!
Oh no, not with the sheets falling down.
What? The teleprompter broke.
We have none of that back there. In fact, we have a lamp without a lampshade.
That's our version of a ring light.
Anyway, if you guys liked it, come back and check out the next episode. Find out what happens next.
Yeah, cliffhangers.
And to hear lots more fun voices.
And there's one of these buttons somewhere along here.
Down below.
Yes.
Bottom of the screen.
Comment.
Click it. And comment.
Share.
And subscribe. Because we have lots of great stuff going on.
Yeah, and come back for more.
Yeah, come back.
We're going to keep going with this because Tora is getting excited with the story.
It's interesting. I mean,
it's not the worst visual novel
No, it's slow going because there's a lot of I feel like right now there's just a lot of backstory and they're just trying to get you filled up on the backstory.
Yeah, yeah.
It's kind of like, okay, it's gonna happen, but I mean it's kind of cool. We have a mystery to solve now.
Yeah, exactly. And the whole puzzles, they're kind of fun.
Yeah, I like puzzles. It works. Alright, so please come back, check out the rest of the stuff on our channel, subscribe, like, share, comment, and...
we will see you...
next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.